My dear students, in this session we are going to deal with the protocols which are used for chatting and video conferencing. As you all know about what is chatting, it is a small definition of chat. It may refer to any kind of communication over internet that offers real-time transmission of text messages from sender to receiver. Messages are generally short in order to enable other participants to respond quickly. Coming to the protocols which are used for chatting and video conferencing. First of all, we should have to discuss about the protocol which is used for chat. That is nothing but internet relay chat that allows users to share text messages. The IRC client send a request to IRC server. The server forward this request to another client to enable them to communicate with each other. It provides both one-to-one and group communications. We can also share files while we are chatting. The next one is voice over IP. That is, voice over internet protocol is a technology that allows you to make voice calls using a broadband internet connection instead of a regular phone line. It converts voice into digital signals that travels over internet. If you are calling a regular phone number, the signal is converted into regular telephone signal before it reaches to the destination. The voice over IP can allow you to make a call directly from a computer. Nowadays, we are all doing voice calling through our internet, through our phone, or we can also have online conferences, that is video conferences, using voice over internet protocol. As we all know, video conferencing is a technology that integrates video and audio to connect users anywhere in the world. It offers the communication between 3 or more users who are in at least 2 locations. For having a video conferencing, we must have a computer system or a mobile system and a camera, a microphone, a video screen and a sound system. It is popular in the field of business because it allows meetings and conferences without need for all participants to travel to a single location. So it saves money and time. The popular softwares used for video conferencing are Skype, TCP Cam, Google Duo, etc. Coming to the protocols which can be used for video conferencing, that are voice over internet protocol. The voice calls are first digitized, that is, it is converted into ones and zeros, then compressed and then fragmented into small packets and then relayed by internet protocol. As the data is transmitted in the form of packets, this voice over IP uses packet switching. Voice over IP allows both voice and data communications. The 3 main causes for evolution of VoIP in the market is its low cost phone calls, add-on services and unified messagings, merging of data and voice infrastructures. Look at the picture. We can connect personal computer, a cable modem and a telephone via internet so that we can have both audio calling, that is voice calling, as well as video calling. The services provided by voice over IP is we can convert a fax to mail, or we can send a mail to fax, fax to fax, or voice to mail. It can be applied in call services for toll-free numbers. or for unified messagings, that is group messaging, wireless connectivity, etc. The various protocols used in voice over protocol are H.323 and Session Initiation Protocol, that is SIP. Voice over protocol is a protocol that is used for transmitting voice data and multimedia over internet protocol. It uses high-speed broadband internet connection. Using voice over IP, we all can have video conferences as well as voice conferences. The first protocol for voice over IP is H.323. It provides the communication for multimedia services such as audio, video, and data communication over packet-based networks. It provides the communication facilities that can be applied on consumers, business, and entertainment applications. The key feature is quality of service, which means it allows real-time prioritization, traffic management constraints to be placed on best effort packet delivery system like TCP, IP over Ethernet. It can be applied on variety of mechanisms, that is audio only, audio and video, audio and data all together, that is audio, video and data together. The next one, Session Initiation Protocol. While we are discussing the H.323, the communication can be done only by two users. While we are using SIP, it provides video conferencing services to the user that the user can communicate with more than one person at a time. Its applications are like this: streaming multimedia distributions, instant messaging and informations, file transfers, fax over IP, and online games. It also supports name mapping and redirection services, which supports personal mobility. By using all these protocols, we can have e-governance, e-learning, and e-commerce in a better way. I think you are all clear about all these protocols which are used for emailing, chatting, and video conferencing, also for voice calls. Thank you.